All right, we're back into continuing with our Christmas carvings. I'm back into Mike Shipley's book, Hand Carving Snowmen and Santas. And this is an Uncle Sam Santa that we're going to do today. And I really like it. It's just a unique little. I enlarged it a little bit. This one only stands probably about 4 inches, 5 inches, well, about 4 inches, and I made it a little bit bigger. I made the piece a little bit bigger. I cut it from the excuse me. See, here's the actual pattern, and as you can see, I actually made it a little bit bigger. I enlarged it a little bit on my photocopy machine, and just made it a little bit bigger so we could enjoy it. But that's what we're going to carve today. We're going to carve a Uncle Sam Santa. Okay? And this piece, the original pattern is about 1 3/4 inches thick, and I made it a little bit larger where it's 2 inches thick. So, and I do that a lot of times so that you can see what I'm doing. So that will be our project today. Let me show you a picture of the way that Mike carves it. And there it is. Little Uncle Sam Santa is what it is. It's a cute little deal. So anyway, all right. Now, as I've told you, I made the pattern a little bit bigger, and so just like the other one, he's going to be carrying a bag. He's going to be carrying a bag of toys. All right, so all I did was separate the let me move this camera a little bit more this way. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to look and see what I'm doing here. Okay, I've got it kind of centered here. All right. Now, all I did was just enlarge the pattern. I didn't change it up or do anything like that. I just enlarged it a little bit. So, we're going to carve this Uncle Sam Santa. And that's going to be our project. All right, the first thing we want to do is establish our boundaries. So once again, we want to establish our boundaries of where our head is, where our hat is, and our hat comes around like this. And our head and beard comes to this point. People are saying, you must like Mike Shipley Santas. I like his work, but more than that, Mike has a work that is, to me, excellent for beginners especially. Because it's more of a simple way to carve. Now, that doesn't mean that Mike Shipley is a simple carver, okay? Mike turns out some of the finest stuff you can see. But it's his style, okay? There are a lot of people that do a lot of Santas and that I like. Mark Akers, for instance, is, to me, one of the best Santa carvers around. Wayne Shriver. But Mark is in a class by himself, you know, I mean, as far as Santas is concerned. And so I'm not going to present his type of carving to a beginner. I mean, I just you're not going to do that because of the simple fact that it's way too advanced and way too detailed. Whereas Mike's stuff it's got just enough detail for a beginner, but is simple in nature. If you ever see one of Mike's pieces in person, you'll understand that. Unique carvings, but okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm separating these areas that I want to use, taking some off of the head and the beard here, just bringing it down like we did with the other one, just like that. And of course here will be where our arm is, so we just want to kind of separate that in there, and we'll come back to that later. But that's why I deal with a lot of the Mike Shipley pieces, because to me he is an excellent teacher of the way he cuts for beginners, okay, for people just learning. I mean, you know, you can get into some really fancy Santa people. We've got some people on Wood Carving Illustrated, like Susan and people like that are just superb. Their Santas are just unbelievable. But this is just a, and even I add a little bit more detail than Mike does. Mike usually, you know, okay, we're just bringing back this head a little bit. But I just think his characters are cute and unique, and especially for teaching beginners and things like that. Okay. You can see I'm bringing this head down, head and face, and that's my starting point, folks. I mean, this is where my starting point is in a lot of things, is in the head and the face, where the other parts come eventually. But that's the part that we're going to get down first of all, to kind of even up everything else with as I begin to bring it down. All right, we're getting there. So that is the first part.